Welcome back. To those of you who have subscribed to this channel because I do some Band-Maid reactions, I really appreciate it. I didn't intend this channel to be a reaction channel. In fact, I've done a lot of how-to and DIY videos, and even older, there's just some personal stuff. But I thought it would be fun to listen to the Band-Maid catalog in chronological order, and I thought I might as well record that and record my reactions and my thoughts. And I've been having a lot of fun. I've made it all the way up through the album World Domination. And in my previous video, I did tracks 1 and 3 because the second track is Play, and I had done that because it was on the single that came out before this album. But anyway, I'm up to track 4, which is World Domination. Sorry, the album is World Domination. Track 4 is just Domination. I did just now read the English translation of the lyrics, which I found online because in this album they didn't provide English translations like they did in some others. And the lyrics don't really say anything about domination to me. I am a big lyrics person. I like to know what the lyrics of a song are. Sometimes that affects how I feel about the song. But in this one, I don't think that's going to be the case. There doesn't seem to be a lot in the lyrics about dominating anything, except the part where it says, I think, dance in the palm of my hand. That kind of implies, like, you know, I'm in charge of you, so domination, I get that. But that's enough talking. Let's go ahead and get to the music. I'm going to listen to the audio version first. And there will be timestamps in the description if you just want to skip ahead to where I watched the video, because I'm going to watch the official music video, and then I think there's an official live video, and I'm going to watch that too. And if you're new here, I do pause occasionally to talk about what I saw and or heard. That's the whole point of me doing this. And if you just want to see the song straight through, it's on the album. It's also on YouTube. It's on Spotify and Apple Music, and I assume some other streaming services. Well, let's just get right to it. All right, I have donned my trusty headphones. This is the audio version that I have, you know, from the CD. Let's just go. Well, I just want to say about the opening, I love that very clean guitar riff that repeats there, and then when the rest of the music comes in, it's hefty. Even though there is that really high-pitched, fast picking that I assume is Konami doing over the top of it, the rest of the music is really kind of grinding sounding. There's hefty machinery at work there, and I think Misa may have tweaked her bass tone just a little bit because it sounds a little rougher here too, which I like. But then when the lyrics comes in, it kind of softens up, which I don't mind. Let's back up a few seconds. One thing I forgot to mention in that first section, the first time I paused, was that the drum work here is magnificent. Akane is making really good use of the pulsing double bass pedal that I've talked about before, where she doesn't do it constantly like you would have in a power metal or speed metal song. It's just a pulse, and it comes in when it's necessary, and it pulls back when it's not, and that creates kind of a breathing of the song, like the song is getting tenser and relaxing and tenser and relaxing, and in between that, there's lots of things going on with the toms and the cymbals, and that sounds really cool to me. Oh, and if I didn't mention it before, I'm not pretending that any of these songs are new to me. I have heard this before. In fact, I want to say that Domination was one of the very maybe first 5 or 6 Band-Maid songs that I heard. At the time, I was introduced to them by reaction channels, and I heard Dice first, which I think I've mentioned before, and then Play or Freedom. I forget what order those two came in. And Domination was right up there. I'm pretty sure it was the live version that I heard first. And I played it for my kids because I was just really excited about this new band I had found, and my daughter really liked the live version of Domination. I wouldn't say it's my favorite Band-Maid song, but there's a lot to recommend this song. Okay, there was that phrase there, take over the world, which I guess does imply domination. I must have skimmed over that when I was reading the lyrics, but I loved that little breakdown section there. That was hard and heavy, and it was really well composed. It sounded so complex. To my layman's ears, the way that the drums and the bass and the guitar seemed to be all on slightly different rhythms, but then they were falling in between each other like really well-designed gears of a really complex machine. That's just fantastic. The guitar solo was, I wouldn't say spectacular like some of Konami's have been, but it fit the song, and it was obviously probably takes some practice to be able to play that. I like how Saiki was modulating her voice to the different parts of the song. It changes in tone and there are parts where she sounds a little bit more intense, like the phrase where she says, "Just bring it," which incidentally was the name of the previous album, which I liked quite a bit. But when she said that part, it was really intense. And I just love how a really good lead singer is able to do that. Just slight modulation of the voices and the way that they bite down on syllables, or, the way that they either soften or harden consonants really changes the feel of the song. Anyway, let's just keep going. I may have misspoke when I talked about Konami's guitar solo. I thought there was a solo before this, but there appears to have been a second guitar solo. And I also noticed one of the lyrics was "Don't Let Me Down," which I assume is a reference to their previous song, which we covered 2 or 3 albums ago. And I have begun to notice that in Band-Maid lyrics, there are lyrics that either repeat occasionally every, couple of years. There's a lyric that's the same as the lyric that was in a previous song, or sometimes as the title of a previous song, or as we just heard, the title of a previous album. Wow, that is another one of those Band-Maid songs where Konami has written for herself to just be doing a lot of work in the background. And in this mix, I was able to hear it. It sounded really amazing. I also wanted to go back. Speaking of lyrics, there was one lyric that has always struck home to me. I remember the first time that I heard this song, hearing this particular set of lyrics there where it says, I think we do live in the present. I need to be true to myself. And I think that's when it first struck me that a lot of Band-Maid lyrics are geared towards self-actualization and self-encouragement. And of course, it has the side effect of encouraging listeners or helping you to focus. And to me, that phrase there is something that has really found a home with me, that I live in the present. Instead of, reminiscing about the past constantly or worrying about the future, I can live right now. And right now I'm enjoying Band-Maid. I want to go watch the official music video. All right, I have found the official music video here on Band-Maid's YouTube channel. Let's just go. Make sure I have the volume turned all the way up. Okay. Sorry, that sounds really quiet to me, and it looks like it's coming through really quiet in my recording software as well, but I did check that. What else have I done wrong here? All right, well, I can't figure it out. Hopefully I will be able to boost the volume of this in editing if it still sounds like this when I get to that point. In the meantime, I'm going to turn up my headphone volume here so I can actually hear it. Well, first of all, I want to say that this is a really special looking video. It looks like it's really well shot, and I think I've mentioned before that I like the videos where it's not just the band playing the music and the singers singing the song. I like the videos where there's a theme, like Don't You Tell Me is the best example that I can think of so far, and this I think is the second one where there's actually a theme, where they have clearly, a board game here that's set up with pieces and dice, and they have graphics interspersing throughout the video. The cuts are really quick though, which sometimes my aging brain has trouble keeping up with, but I'm going to do my best. I am going to back up and start that again. I apologize for stopping during the middle of this first solo. I'm going to back up and catch the beginning of that. But I just started thinking when the camera was clearly, panning around and around the band, it reminded me of a much older video that I saw. And it's been a long time ago, so I don't remember who it was. But there was a band that was on a revolving platform, kind of like this, each one of them facing out, if I'm not mistaken. And the whole thing just rotated as they played. I don't remember who that was. Or maybe it was just the drum cage that was rotating. So many of you have so much musical knowledge and musical history knowledge that I'm sure one of you will make some suggestions as to who that might be that I'm thinking of. But anyway, that's what that reminded me of. But as far as I can tell, they're not rotating, just the camera's moving around them. That is a beautiful guitar there. I assume Konami has multiple guitars, but this one is just gorgeous. I think I normally see like there's a reddish one and then there's a greenish one, but this purple, and that might just be a trick of the light, but yeah, I really love the color there. Wow. Wow, I just now realized I didn't pause very much during that video, did I? I guess that's good. It caught my attention and I just was absorbed in it. One thing, I love the color palette of this video. It seems like it's primarily white, red, and black, which as you can see from my microphone and my headphones, red and black is kind of my theme here, at least my tech stuff here, obviously, not the curtains or the graphics that are on the screen around me. And it also looks like a lot of thought was put into the video. I don't know how much input the band or the artists in any case, not just Band-Maid, but have into the production of the video as to what it looks like or what kind of graphics are included. But, you know, somebody went through the trouble to develop this Band-Maid board game and these graphics of like the mass production with these items that are eventually changed to have the Band-Maid logo on them. And the kind of the workers of the world unite theme there, where all these, you know, faceless workers are coming down the assembly line, but then later they're replaced with the Band-Maid logo on their heads. Politicians' faces replaced with the Band-Maid logo. I love it. I also smiled at the fidget spinners there because a few years ago my kids were really into those things. It seemed like everybody was, you know, fidgeting with something. But yeah, this is just a really well-made video. I have no idea why the sound was so low in that. And again, hopefully I can boost that in editing. But yeah, it was really quiet. And I'm going to have to remember to turn my sound back down for the next thing that I listen to. But otherwise, I'll blow my eardrums out because I had to crank it up quite a bit just to be able to hear it. But anyway, yeah, I don't have much to say about that, except it's just a really well-made song. And it was a really well-made video. But I am still a little mystified as to how the title represents the lyrics or vice versa. They don't seem to quite match to me. But again, maybe one of you will explain it. If not, maybe it's one of those things that I need to just wonder about and contemplate on. Let's go find that live video. All right, this is the official live video. And as of today, it does have 4.1 million views. So, you know, good for them. At least one of them's mine. I have given it a thumbs up at some point in the past. It has been a while since I have seen this video. Hopefully the volume will be a little higher on this one. We're about to find out. Let's go. That's a little better. Yeah, at least on my end, the volume here is much better than it was in the official music video. As many others have probably commented in the past, I love watching their interactions with each other, just the little looks across stage, you know, from one musician to the next, whether signaling the next part or expressing pleasure at the last part, like you did that well, or that worked well together, that kind of thing. Yeah, let's just keep going. I'll back up and catch just a little bit of that again, but one thing I am noticing here in this live is that the bass is clearer and louder, at least compared to everything else, so I'm enjoying that. It definitely seemed, even though I could hear the bass in the studio track and in the official music video, it's definitely heavier and just chunkier here. It's just thumping, especially in this part where the rest of the music, the higher tones, seem to pull out. All right, let's catch the closing of the guitar solo as we go into the vocals again. I wanted to go back just a few seconds. I love this little view right here. Of course, it's better in motion than as a still image, but showing all four of the musicians working together. It's so rare with the sizes of stages that they play on. Every now and then there's a wide shot that shows the whole band, but very often, because the camera's coming from the side or it's close up or the stage is really small, so the camera's having to, you know, flip back and forth between them. Or in the cases of these large stages, larger, it just seems pretty rare to me to have a fairly close-up shot of all four of the musicians playing together, which I noticed that. It did seem like they were having some lighting issues at the beginning of the video, but it seems like they've solved that. It seems like most of the first verse, it was just almost blacked out, but most of the lights have come back on and have remained on since then. I also wanted to say earlier that during that part where it was just the drums and the bass and the vocals, that when Miku came in with harmonizing with Saiki, that part, the vocals were just gorgeous. I absolutely love, my favorite parts of Band-Maid vocals are when Miku and Saiki are harmonizing. It's great when one of them is singing alone, especially when they trade off. That's always fun. Saiki's voice is amazing. It's kind of the signature sound of the band now that I've listened to it long enough. But when they sing together, that just about can't be beat. All right, let's keep going. Wow, that is such an amazing transition when they go from that just really wild and crazy solo section or feature section and then just bring it down to this really soft and intimate sound. And something that's remarkable about this band to me, and that I'm sure I noticed the first time that I saw this video, of all the hard rock or, you know, semi-metal bands that I've listened to over all the years and all the live videos that I've seen, you occasionally see a drum solo, you occasionally see a bass solo, and you all the time see guitar solos. But what you rarely see, at least in my experience, is that trade-off that they just did there, and you almost never see a rhythm guitar player get a section where they can just riff for a few bars. And the fact that they thought to give that to Miku, just to let her have that little section where everybody's supporting her, that's remarkable. And also of the very few bass solos that I've seen, you know, in live rock performances, I don't know that I've ever seen a bass solo that good. That's amazing. And maybe I haven't, I'm just not remembering it, but that one was, that one stood out to me from the very first time I saw this live video. I almost want to watch it again, but this video is getting kind of long, so I'm going to finish this out. I guess I can always rewind and watch it later.
What
Oh my goodness, what can you say about that? This is just an impressive band. And I'm glad I watched this one today because, as I said, it was one of the first Band-Maid videos that I saw, one of the first 5 or 6. And this was the first version of Domination that I heard. And I still don't think it's one of their best songs. I don't think I even put Domination in my top 10. But it's just really fun to watch. It's really fun to listen to. It has the sing-along parts with the hello and even though they changed it here for the live version to have that feature section there in the middle, it's still amazingly close to the original studio track as far as the way everything fits together. It just incredible musicianship all around. Wow. Just as I was about to close out this video, I saw in my search results that there's an instrumental version of Band-Maid Domination, and I would sure like to hear that just out of curiosity. I just mentioned a few minutes ago that Psyche's voice is one of the signature sounds of Band-Maid to me because I assume that it's easier to mimic the tones of the instruments with the proper equipment and gear, and somebody else that's proficient at those instruments could make it sound that way, but I think it's a lot harder to make a voice sound that way. But if you take the voice out, I'm curious about that. And hopefully the volume on this one will be fine as well. Let's go. I honestly didn't know we were going to get to see them, so let's back up and watch that part again. It took me by surprise when there was actually video. I thought it was just going to be audio. Very nice. So they actually went through the trouble to record an instrumental version as a video here. Wish more bands would do that, although I don't listen to very many other bands anymore since I found this one. Start again. Can I just say that this is remarkable? I've used that word too many times already in this video. I'm blown away by this. I don't know where this came from. I assume it was off some, special release, Blu-ray or DVD or something, but I don't know where to find that stuff. When I go online and I find the albums to order, it's hard enough to find out if I'm actually getting this album. Some of the descriptions, and I hate to be a complainer, but I'm going to complain about this. Every place I've found that sells these albums, at least every place that looks legitimate enough for me to give my credit card information to, the descriptions look either poorly translated or just skipped altogether, and sometimes they're wrong. Sometimes the description will say this one includes a Blu-ray, or this one includes, this special photo book or whatever, and then when you get it, it's just the album. And then another one, it didn't say it included anything, but when I got it, it had a special DVD insert in there that had 2 music videos on it. So I never know what I'm going to get. And I assume a lot of that has to do with this being a foreign market. Like, for once, I'm in the foreign market, and this band is in another country rather than, the way I normally think of it because I'm, geocentric to where I'm from, but I assume that they market and package these things for their market. And then when they, get them over here, I assume it's expensive. Maybe it's expensive and a lot of work to get it properly translated and make these products available to everybody. I've been searching for Band-Maid products for months, and I don't think I've ever seen anything for sale that was just a video of them playing music. So I have no idea where this came from, but it sounds incredible. Let's keep going. I'm going to back up a little bit. I think this is the part I was talking about where it sounds like they're all 4 playing from different sheet music, and it shouldn't match up. It shouldn't fit together, but somehow it does. That's mind-blowing composition from my perspective. I don't know how far back I need to go for that, but my goodness. And I also noticed Konami is making a lot of use of the what do you call that, where you bend the strings? Instead of switching to another note, she's basically getting to the next note by just moving the string over, which I assume increases the tension so it makes it a higher note. But, oh my goodness, yeah, I don't know, maybe everybody does that, but I sure notice it here. And I think that's one thing I like about this is that because it's not so much focused on trying to get Psyche in there, I'm seeing a lot of the instrumentation that I miss in the other videos. Not that I'm complaining that Psyche gets to be in the other videos. That sounded wrong. Anyway, let's keep going. A little drum fill or whatever you call it that Akane just did, I think there wasn't enough frames per second in this video to show her movements. That it looked like it was just skipping everywhere. And even if you use the little keyboard shortcut to go frame by frame, there's huge skips in where her hand placement is because she's moving so fast. And there was a similar situation there with Konami when she was just going so fast on the strings, that on the frets, whatever, that even if you go frame by frame, there's just huge blinks between her movements because the speed is incredible. And speaking of the bending the strings, I noticed Misa doing it here too in this freeze frame. It's just incredible. And this sounds really good. This sounds, I wish that the official music video had used audio of this quality. Oh my goodness. I think I like this song a little bit more than I indicated earlier on. Now that I've seen this, I would watch, I don't want to make any promises, but I would watch a lot of Band-Maid songs in exactly this format. Just tons. Maybe all of them. Again, nothing against Psyche. I really enjoy her voice and what she brings to the table. And watching these wouldn't take away from me watching those with her. But I don't even see this as a music video because I know I said I don't like the music videos where it's just the band playing the song. But I would sure love to have a video instrumental version of every single song ever. Band-Maid songs. What an amazing group of women. My goodness. And I just listened to Domination 4 times in a row, didn't I? And I'm not tired of it yet. I kind of want to go do it again. But I won't do it in the video. Thank you, all of those of you who've been commenting and watching and clicking the like button. And don't take this the wrong way, but I don't really care if you subscribe because I'm not trying to get monetized. I'm just doing this for fun. If you do subscribe, thank you. I appreciate it, but I'm not out here begging for that. I don't have a Patreon. I'm not even really a reactor. I'm just a Maniac. I used to say Band-Maid fan, but I realized I should be saying Maniac. I have so much fun watching these videos, listening to these songs, and giving my thoughts on them, and I really appreciate that some of you like that. We'll see you next time.